What's up, everybody? Jake Peters here from PS This Is Awesome. Off to a good start here today. PS This Is Awesome. This is episode 432. We're a PlayStation podcast. Again, my name is Jake Peters. I'm joined, as always, by Mr. Fred Oakman over, I don't know, you're what, like an hour away from me? So this is a long distance.
Maybe.
I don't know. Is maybe younger people, I don't know if any young people listen to this, but there used to be a thing that was the long distance phone call. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
And when you made a long distance phone call, it was really expensive. So your parents would get upset if you made a long distance phone call and you didn't even like consider it. And the bill comes in and they charge you like whatever it was, like fucking 50 cents a minute or $1 a minute, which like in the 90s, which was super expensive. So, I don't know if it would be a long distance call. Probably not. We're not that far away. I would certainly hope not. I don't know what quantifies a long distance call. The last time I had to deal with it, I was literally probably in high school. But anyway, I don't know what we're talking about. Episode 432 of PS This Is Awesome. This is a PlayStation podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/PS This Is Awesome. If that's not where you're currently watching it, you can watch the video version of or listening, I guess, because that's the only place you can watch the video. You can watch a video podcast over there, or you can go to patreon.com/PS This Is Awesome. You can get if you're subscribed to our one and only $1 club, you could get the episode a few days early. Today, it's only going to be about 1 day early because we had some scheduling conflicts and some computer trouble, as usual. If you are on Spotify, iTunes, all those other places, you can listen to us there as well. If you want to get a hold of us, psthisisawesome@gmail.com, or you can contact us through Patreon or comment on our videos on YouTube, or I don't know, just open your screen door and just like shout questions and maybe we'll hear you in some cosmic way. Like, I don't know, like maybe you'll shout like, why are we not having physical games anymore? And then Fred will be walking down the street in a fucking physical version of God of War. We'll smack him in the face while he's on a run. And then he'll be like, oh, cosmic event. Somebody must be wondering about physical games. Let's talk about it on the podcast. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been weird. But that said, this is a PlayStation podcast. Fred and I are both PlayStation stans. We have PSN IDs. If you want to get a hold of us on there, talk to us, you could try to game with us. Fred's a lot better about this than me because I'm not social on PSN at all. But if you do request me on PSN, I will accept your friend request if it is obvious that you're a listener. But if you send me a message, it might be a while before I get back to you because I just never notice these things. I get like the little fucking notification on my PSN and then like I'm like playing a game and I just don't even it doesn't register in my brain until I find out like 3 months later that somebody sent me a message. Like one Black Talon has done this before where he sent me like a fucking PSN and I'm like, oh, like 3 months later. I was like, he sent me a message. I must have just got it. And I look at it. It's like 3 months old. So I apologize about that. I will be your friend though. With that out of the way, Fred, how are you doing on this freaky gray kind of Tuesday afternoon? I gotta say, got a lot of like rain and shit going on now. I don't know what it's about. It's summertime. You know, usually this time of year we're in like a drought, but for some reason we're in this like rainy season right now where it doesn't like rain normally or sprinkle. I don't know if you've noticed this. It's like fucking storming and downpouring, or it's not raining at all. So, and I know you've been struggling because you had a power outage, I assume, due to a recent storm. So, I don't know. Tell me all about it. I mean, you don't have to go into excruciating detail on the PC. We talked about that already, previous episodes, but generally the same thing, right?
But it happened again. Yeah, my Mac went dead on me. I thought it was okay. We had a couple what they call brownouts, which is the electricity fades and everything gets dim, and then it goes big again, and dim and big and dim and big and dim and regular dim, and it's just like, man,
A lot of times, just so you know, a lot of times that's worse than the power just going out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it screwed up my computer again. So we were ready to record yesterday. I sat down on my computer, and it was not responsive. So I had to reinstall the operating system again, do my time machine backup, and it took all day yesterday. So I worked, all morning into 5 o'clock. I was excited to do the podcast. And then I had to luckily I've done this enough now with my Mac that it's almost second nature now. Booting into recovery, wiping the hard drive, doing a fresh install of the OS, and doing a time machine backup, restore. But it's a pain in the butt because after I do the restore, my audio interface needs to load these .kext kernels and terminal, and I can never fully remember the terminal syntax or the location of the files. So I created these automatic scripts through Mac Automator, and then I have to let them run, and then I can see what it's doing, and then I can do it. So it's a whole thing, man. And to your point, man, Jake, as the listeners know, probably his style. He's just saying, just get another fucking computer, dude. And I get it. And I didn't even know they made those battery backup things, but those are over $100. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do, because in a day I can have the computer back and everything's working. And I know it's a pain in the ass.
I think my thing with the battery backup is if you're going to continue to deal with this problem, it's the different. It might be it might cost $100 or $200. But it literally might be the difference between you spending a shitload of money on a new computer now and that computer lasting you. But obviously, you can never know. It might not do a thing, and it might have maybe wasted the money or whatever. So it's a weird thing. I was telling Sarah last night. I was like, I'm just gonna buy Fred a fucking computer. Because I was all ready to podcast, and then that happened, and I was like, okay, it's whatever. It is what it is. So, but other than that, how's it going? Because you went to a Pirates game on Sunday, right?
Yeah. We got stomped, man. 11-1.
Jeez, so who are they playing?
It sucks. The fucking Mets, and we beat them 9-0 the day before on Saturday. So. Baseball is a weird sport. It's you can stomp a team one day and the very next day get your ass kicked. And it's just it's a game of averages. You know what I mean? The batting average, pitching average, on base percentage. So you play so many damn games. By the end of it, I guess it does give you the best team, because if you've done the best. But I mean, man, if the baseball season was any shorter, I'm not sure that the best team would actually take the World Series. It might just be the team that got lucky that day. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't know. They play 162 games, my dude. They could fucking cut that shit in half. They don't need to do this, go to a fucking city and play 3 games in the same day and all this crap. Come on. Just play 80. Just play 80 games, and every game would matter twice as much. And because those when the Mets fucking stomped the Pirates, it's probably because the Pirates are just fuck it. Who cares?
Well,
it's one of 162. Who gives a shit?
Well, no, they need it. Pirates need it. So the problem with the Pirates is there's a lot of problems, but the issue that they ran into recently was that, they actually had an opportunity to get the wild card entry into the playoffs. And if they would have just kept their trajectory, but no, they just fucking tanked. They started losing big and not winning the games they should. Their bats quit working. And it's man, can you just not do that one of these years? Can you just maintain the ball playing that you're used to doing, or that you can do, and just hang in there? It's just been so long. But the problem is that I went. My parents are getting older, and they don't love driving into Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? They hate going into Pittsburgh. They go there quite a bit for other reasons, medical stuff going on, going to UPMC up there or whatever, but down there. But, dude, the problem is so I did all this legwork. I tried to find a day that, I didn't have any obligations. No shows, days at work with their schedule. You do all this shit. You spend an arm and a leg on tickets because it's their one time going to the stadium, probably, maybe their last time, who knows? So you get really decent seats. You overpay for them because the Pirates charge more than what they should for these seats. But you buy these tickets and then you get the parking all set up in advance. You get the app. You pay for the parking spot between the certain times and save money that way. And you take the hour and 40-minute drive to Pittsburgh, and we got there, dude. And like PNC Park is. Not just because I'm a Pirates fan, but like the players would tell you too, it is like the nicest baseball park. Like the view is amazing. It's such a nice stadium. But we get there and it's a Sunday game. It's 1:35 first pitch, and we're just waiting in line to get in. And it's like 1:17, and the line is like an entire block. And I'm like, why is this the only gate that's open at the stadium? No, none of the other gates were open. It was just the one, and we're waiting. The line starts moving faster and faster. We got in, we sat down. So it started off kind of miserable there. And dude, I'm just like, they got so slaughtered. They're like, I quit paying attention to the game, and it was all I had to look at. It was that bad. Like I wasn't even interested in the game. I was just like looking at the fans, like doing stupid shit. Like there was this whole group of dudes, young kids that were taking their shirts off way up in the nosebleeds and waving their shirts, trying to get on camera. Like there were like 4, and then there were like 15, and then there were like 22, and then there were like, before you know it, the whole fucking section is like all these dudes just without shirts, waving their shirts around their heads, trying to be ridiculous and just trying to enjoy the day. And like I'm watching, the pierogies walking around, the Pittsburgh pierogies, and I'm watching the Pirate Parrot, and I don't even fucking pay attention to the game. I keep looking at the scoreboard every once in a while. It's like, oh, it's 6-2. Oh, it's 7-2. Oh, it's, we bat, we strike out, we don't do anything. We had 3 hits the entire game, and we were beaten 11-1. The only hit we had was like one of the 3 hits was a home run, and it was just like, that was kind of cool to see. But like, are you kidding me? So my parents are sitting there in the sun because we got nice seats. There was no overhead coverage. Everyone's sweaty. I went and got Terry and I a drink, and no prices on anything. I went back to get an Arnold Palmer, and I think she got some sort of vodka drink. Dude, literally $47 for 2 drinks.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, this is insane. And we're sitting there, and we're watching the team just get their ass kicked. And it's like, this is such a bad experience. I talked to my dad, who watches the Pirates consistently. I didn't pay for SMP 360 this year. But he told me straight up, he goes, this is the worst they've ever played this season. He goes, I've never seen, like, they were like doing diving catch attempts and missing it, and the balls were rolling to the fence, and like we were just getting fucking skunked, dude. It was unbelievable. So I was really bummed out because it was a chance for me, and we did enjoy ourselves, but like I really was hoping my parents were going to get a nice, at least a close game. It didn't even matter if they won, just something competitive and fun to watch. It wasn't even in the they played like, I don't know, man. They played like a high school team on Sunday. It was so embarrassing. It was so bad that at the end of the game, they had a non-pitcher pitching against the other team. So he was just throwing like 35-mile-an-hour rainbows to the other team, and they were just fucking hitting them. And I was just like, this is such a waste of my time. Like, this is not how I want to spend my Sunday. And I love baseball, and unfortunately, I still love the Pirates, but holy shit, it was a hard game to go to. Outside of that, dude, I'm okay. Just
if you don't mind me asking, how much is a ticket to a Pirates game now?
It depends on where you go. So like the tickets I bought were like 70 a piece or something. Maybe like 72 a piece. But like you can get tickets for like $30 or something, probably $45. But I mean, you're going to be really far. It's still a beautiful view, and you're going to see everything, but you're going to be quite a ways away. But we were like pretty much on the first baseline. It was awesome.
Yeah, I totally get that, because like one of the big reasons why I don't go to Penguins games anymore is like the fucking you're like spending, if you want like good seats at a Pens game, they're like $250, and
Yeah.
you might go there, drive all the way down there, pay all that money for parking, get there, and they just get fucking trampled. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel, but like, I'm totally fine with the team losing the game as long as they put up a fight. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I care about, is that it's like an entertaining game to watch. And yeah, you might be bummed that they didn't win when you leave or whatever, but like, at least you weren't sitting there thinking you wasted your money. Where it's like,
that's how I felt 100%. I was just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, I was just thinking, like, I got stuff I could be doing back at the house. Like, I could, and I was like, this sucks to feel this way. You know what I mean? It just kind of sucks. And like, I'm worried about my parents sitting in the sun, sweating it out. Like, they're older. Like, my dad's in his 70s. My mom's like almost there. And they're just sweating. And I'm looking over, and they're just like discouraged. And like, I'm just like, this is just ridiculous. I don't even know what we're doing here. And parking actually wasn't that expensive. It was like, it was like $28. But that's not cheap. So you add all the tickets together, you throw the gas you put in to get there, the time, the parking, and you're like, holy shit, for that? And you're just like, I don't know, man. Oh, not anymore this year. I'm not good. That's my second game this year I went to. The first game was awesome. We won with a walk-off. It was great. I had a great experience.
Yeah. Dude, I have a hard time even putting down, like, even going to concerts anymore. Like, I love going to concerts. And it's very rare that you go to, like, a bad concert if you know the band that you're going to see, right? Most of the venues around here are pretty decent, unless you're going to some dive bar or some shit. But it's like... Yeah. Like Sarah and I just got tickets to see Brand New in Pittsburgh. They're playing down there. I've never seen them in concert before. I've always wanted to see them play. And I was like, oh well, we'll go. Like I basically told myself I had like almost like a moratorium on concerts this year, because we have other stuff that we want to spend money on, and tickets are mega expensive now. And Sarah and I are like, to the point where we've been to so many concerts where it's like, if I can't get like a place to sit, I'm not gonna go. And so we rarely go to like standing room concerts and stuff anymore. But I was like, we'll go to this one just because I've never had an opportunity to see them live. And so we got tickets to go to this concert, and it's at Stage AE, which is right next to where you were at, where the Pirates play. And, man, dude, mega fucking expensive. I paid more for these two tickets than like 10 years ago I paid to see like fucking Iron Maiden at PPG Paints Arena or something. Like, it's insane. So I totally get it. And, it's not a cheap world that we live in anymore, and they have to make their money too. I get it. But, it is relatively frustrating. But has anything else been going on other than that few things that you want to share? Or?
Oh man, I thought I had something else to talk about. Maybe it was video game related. I'm just I'm tired of the weather. I mean, I don't mind it cooling down a little bit, but it's been muggy, like you said, and just kind of rainy and gross. And I've been running. We went to Watkins Glen. That's a cool place. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week, didn't we?
All right, cool. Very good. Yeah, I don't know if we did, but that's really pretty much it, man. I just, I don't know. Summer's just flying by. That's all. What about you?
I don't know. I was talking, I got my hair cut yesterday, and I was talking to the lady that was cutting my hair, and this lady that cuts my hair, I love going to her, because even though she may or may not do like I'm sure maybe somebody else could cut it and they could do a better job or something. But one of the things that I love about going to her is that I'm literally like, from the time I walk through the door to the time I leave is like maximum 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
And a lot of guys and gals that cut your hair, they want to like talk and they stretch it out and all this stuff. But anyway, so we've developed over the years like this rapport where we just have like a super rapid conversation over the course of like 10 minutes, and then we just kind of go about our way for another month. And anyway, yesterday we were talking about stuff, and one of the things I told her was like, and she actually related to this, and I'm sure you probably feel the same way, is it's like, I feel like life has gotten so crazy that I am busy all the time to the point where I don't feel like I have any time to do anything that I want for myself. But if you asked me straight up to my face what I've been doing to keep to be so busy, I couldn't tell you. It's just a state of busy. It's like a state of busyness. Whether it's just having to work late, or I've got to go to this appointment, or I've got to
store,
right? Or I've got to go to fucking the notary for some reason, or I've got to do this, that, or whatever. And it just seems like constantly there's something going on. And but anyway, it's irrelevant. So
dude, I 100% relate. No, it is relevant because I think it's hard to get video game time in, and like my thing is the only time I start feeling like there's not shit that needs to be done, or I'm not expected to be doing something or being somewhere, or just the bare basics of existing, like taking a shit, showering, folding clothes, fucking doing dishes, like, you know what I mean? Like running a vacuum, like, dude, like
I told
it's ridiculous.
I told actually I was talking to a coworker about this today, and he totally agreed with me, which is really funny, is that like I sometimes almost like being sick, because when you're sick, nothing is expected of you and you can't do anything. Your entire existence is literally just laying on the couch, watching something or playing something or fucking sleeping, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, obviously, you don't want to be so sick that it's so fucking miserable you'd rather be cleaning toilets or something. But, like, I'm like, what kind of a world do we live in where everything is so busy, go, that I'm like, I would rather be sick and not have to do anything for a day. Because I don't know if you feel this.
There's fucking, trash night, recyclable night. There's fucking, you know what I mean? Those might be minimal things, but it's just like, dude, there's, you gotta go to the dentist on the one evening that you had something like you would have liked to, or you gotta see the doctor, or like, for instance, yesterday, we have this thing called Get Healthy at work. And I get a deduction on what I have to contribute towards my health insurance through work if I just go get this test done. But a lot of times you have to do it on work time. You can do it on your own time. But it's just like, I actually got to work and I had shit I wanted to do, but I had to go do this fucking test thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's always something keeping you from doing the thing you really want to do.
It's
like last night, the podcast had to fix the computer. The computer, there's always a thing, man.
It almost does kind of feel like a little bit, and I'm only being like half facetious here, but like it almost does feel a little bit like we're in a simulation, and whoever is running it is literally just turning up the difficulty and just seeing how we react as humans. And like, and I, just with everything with, I don't know, it's, we can move on from this. I just think that it's frustrating to pull up to the podcast and want to talk about like something cool that I did over the weekend or something sweet that happened to me last week. And I'm just like, I literally don't fucking even know what happened this weekend. I know that I went to the store at some point. I know that I fixed a coffee table. I know that I mowed the lawn or whatever, but like, there's nothing that's like, I went out and hung out with my buddy. We went out and saw a show or Sarah and I took the dog to the whatever, or So, or I was working on my motorcycle, or whatever. But that out of the way.
Fitting shit in, dude. We
Yeah.
can talk about this to be the podcast right here. I will say this. One of the fun things that I did, and I think I made a mention of it, but I don't think I went into detail. I did an interview with Anthony Merchant, and he is the station manager for 107.9 in Jamestown, New York. He has his own radio show called the Power Chord Hour.
Oh yeah,
he's interviewed people.
Last
Did
week,
I talk about this?
Last week I asked you about the Alkaline Trio thing at Brandon's place.
Oh, wait. So I did talk about this?
I think you did mention it, but I don't know how much. I don't remember how much detail you went into. But I remember on the show I did mention something about seeing the clip about Brandon's place.
Oh,
on
I don't even
Facebook.
remember.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this to the listeners. If you guys want to support a dude who's doing really cool shit and really cares about music, mainly like the punk rock stuff or the indie scene or whatever, he has some really awesome interviews on his show. Like he's done some interviews like I think I maybe even talked about CJ Ramon and like the President of the United States of America, and he did one with the lady from Heart and some other really notable bands and people. And Texas is a Reason. He talks to the guy from that. So there's a lot of, and then I was just honored to be a part of his little, have a little notch in his podcast. So you can find it on streaming platforms. It's called the Power Chord Hour. His name is Anthony Merchant. So if you want to check out the episode I did with him or any other ones, please go do that. He's a super dude. He's such a nice guy. Just a great dude. And he just loves music. He's like 10 years younger than me, and he's just all in on music. I just love his drive. It's cool.
That's awesome. Speaking of awesome, I just saw that there was Norfolk Southern had another train derailment in fucking PA. I just saw some CCTV footage of it. It was like going really slow, and then literally you just see the whole fucking train just fall over. That like historic horseshoe curve that's in PA. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's like the train comes in, does like a horseshoe, and comes back out. If you it's called Horseshoe Curve, I believe. Yeah, there's like tanker cars and shit on there. So hopefully they're not spilling fucking chemicals and oil and crap all over over a historic landmark in Pennsylvania. Dude, that railroad has got some shit to figure out after the whole Palestine thing, and they had another derailment like right after that. So I don't know how they're not getting just raped by the freaking EPA, but we shall see. Anywho,
dude, he interviewed so many people. Sorry, I'm looking at this Power Chord. It was Nancy Wilson from Heart.
Yeah.
He talked to Victor De Lorenzo from Violent Femmes. Who else? Someone from Guided Voices. Let me see. John Jughead from Screeching Weasel. That's amazing. Let me see here. The dude from Local H. So he's had a lot of like legit people on his show, man. If you're into that Authority Zero, Tokyo Rose, different guys from bands he's interviewed, and the dude from Punchline, Chris from Punchline, I know him, and then it's just cool, man. So it was kind of, I don't know, it's not a common occurrence for me to get on to like a platform like that has like a really interesting lineage. So
yeah, I'll have to listen to the podcast when I have. I'll have to listen to it when I have a free moment, because the couple clips that I saw seemed pretty interesting. So I'll have to check it out. But anyway, with all that nonsense out of the way, Fred, what are you playing these days?
Well, do you want to talk about listener feedback first?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I skipped ahead. Yeah, let's talk about One Black Talon and his fucking tractor.
Was that Blue Laser?
Well, I think that's his PSN handle.
Yeah, that is. Sorry, I got him confused. Yeah, so I had a PSN message from One Black Talon, and I didn't understand what it was, but he actually wrote about, because Jake was talking up the PlayStation sticker, or PS This Is Awesome sticker on the podcast, and he wrote in on YouTube and said, "Will Jake be putting a PS This Is Awesome sticker on his new car?" And then I said, "He better. He's a poser." But One Black Talon says, "I got a new tractor this year. I have a PS This Is Awesome I got several years ago when he got a couple CDs. Thank you for purchasing those CDs, by the way. He stuck the sticker on his tractor, and then he sent me a picture of it on the PSN network, and it's so funny and awesome. It makes me so happy to see it.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Jake, and I was like, dude, this guy's for real. He's a really nice tractor, by the way. Holy crap. Super cool. I'd like to know what you're using it for. Burying bodies or something. Maybe all the
real life farming simulator.
Yeah, or all the mercenaries he killed is pretending he's Solid Snake. But I don't know, man. Oh, that was Big Box. Sorry, that's a Big Box reference. Sorry, not a One Black Talon reference. My bad. I take it back. But that was cool, man, and we appreciate stuff like that. So I'll just say it: if you've got a PS This Is Awesome sticker stuck on something, take a picture and show it to us. It's cool. Start a thing. Start a new trend. We'd be happy to sell them to you too. If you don't want to join the Patreon, you know, maybe like $3 or something. Just find a way to pay us, write us, or whatever. We'll, you know, that way we can pay for postage to get it to you. I'd be happy to get you a sticker or two. But what do you think about this, Jake? He's calling you out.
Let me just say this. There's no fucking way in hell I'm putting a sticker on my car. I'm so vehemently anti-bumper sticker, it's insane. But I would put a PS This Is Awesome sticker on my tractor, which because
different.
Yeah, I mean, that's a utilitarian thing. You're going to be freaking getting it dirty and shit and running over stuff and everything anyway. I kind of love the idea of just like, I don't know, like a fucking monster truck with a PS This Is Awesome sticker on the side of it while it's crushing cars and shit. Like that, like the same kind of thing with a tractor. You're like digging holes and you're fucking stacking rocks or whatever the hell you're doing with it. You know, pulling a brush hog or some crack, and you got like this PS This Is Awesome sticker on it. I mean, it kind of makes me want to make a bigger one, or like or something. Yeah, but I
think part of the allure to that picture was how small that sticker looked on that big ass tractor of yours. It looks so cool. Yeah, Jake just pulled a David Letterman.
I really do. I've always wanted, every time someone tells me that they've bought a tractor like that, I get so jealous because I've always wanted to buy one, but I just can't swing the dough. Or let me just say this way. I can't convince myself that it's worth it to swing the dough, I should say.
I get it.
But there's so many things that I would do with that. Like, I've talked to Sarah about this before where I'm just like, I could find, like, it's one of those things where if I bought a tractor, I would find shit to do with it. I'd be out there just like digging holes or like moving bushes around. I'm just gonna dig a ditch. Like, I just
put a well in for us.
I love that. I love that kind of shit. So yeah, I was stoked to see this.
Yeah, that was cool. So other listener feedback. What do we have? Same dude. One Black Talon writes in, asked if I saw Chris Nolan's Odyssey. Big Box says he saw it. Pretty good, though he's now officially tired of Hollywood's obsession with sad dad heroes.
Dude, it's like everywhere. It's everywhere. It's like Odyssey, games and everything, too.
Yeah, but the Odyssey...
That's like his story, though. It's like the OG dad story.
It's like the very beginning of it all. Homer wrote this thing, and this is from a long, long time ago.
Not
I know
Homer
you
Simpson.
know that. Yeah, and I know you know that. I'm just making it known that I know that as well, so we're on the same page. I get where you're coming from, but I think the Odyssey gets a pass based on how ancient the story is. But yeah, why did they pick this? Is it because of the sad dad thing? I don't know.
Speaking of, well, I mean, no, Christopher Nolan's like his own kind of man in terms of filmmaking. He likes to make really special things, I guess you could say. But speaking of like old literature, I don't talk a lot on the podcast about like books that I'm reading because I'm not like a very fast reader, but I usually like every night before bed I'll read something. Or I have a book that I'm reading, and then I usually get through maybe like 10 or 12 books a year or something like that.
Wow.
And sometimes a little less, sometimes a little bit more, depending on the size of the books or whatever. What I'm reading right now, and I've never read it before, is Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've never read it before, and I was like, I kind of want to read this. And so I decided to get it. I've always been intimidated by it because I assumed it was going to be some super old Englishy shit that I was going to really struggle with. Because it was written in like the 1800s or whatever. But it's actually not that bad. It does. There is some weirdness about like the cadence of the way that they speak, but it's really not that bad. But one thing I didn't realize about it is that the entire fucking book is in diary entries and letters. Like, it's not like in, I don't know if you would say real time or whatever in a book or whatever, but it's pretty interesting. And I got this like, because it's public. I think it's public domain now, so like literally anyone can publish a version of Dracula and put it on Amazon or whatever. So there's like a million different fucking versions of this book. And so what I did was I was like, I want like an interesting one. So I found one that's like, it's not, I don't want to say it's illustrated. It has illustrations in it, but it's like every chapter, like at the beginning of every chapter, there's like an illustration that is like thematic to the chapter itself. And they're these really cool, like black and white fucking illustrations. And so, I always thought Dracula was kind of an awesome idea as a character, and it's like the origin of all this shit. So, that we're so familiar with in today's media. So I thought I'd give it a go. And, the Odyssey was like another one of those books where it's like, I would really like to read this, but I think it might be a little bit too, like, I might need to read like a modernized version of it. I don't know if I could read like the OG script, because I think that it would be a little bit much for my my tiny brain to be able to handle.
Yeah.
Because dude, I'll be honest with you. What happens is when I read stuff, I understand it. Like, I can read it, but a lot of times it's like when it's really weird, old folksy kind of language, I'll read the sentence and then I have to like think about it. And then I read the next, because it's not like the words aren't in the same order that we use nowadays and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and so,
it's like old English or something.
Like one of the things I was asking Sarah about was in Dracula, he's talking about having a toilet. And I didn't know that there's a French word, toilette, that's spelled the same, that literally means to like freshen up, basically. So when he says like he's having a toilet, he's like he got in from a long journey. He's gonna go freshen up before they have dinner or whatever. And so like, but the text is like, bro, I'm gonna go have a toilet real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna have dinner. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So one of the cool things about, and before I got the physical version, I was reading it on my Kindle, and the Kindle is cool. I don't like reading on a Kindle because I prefer paper, but on the Kindle, the one thing that is cool is you can highlight a word and it will give you just the definition of it. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, moving on. Fred,
let me say one thing.
Yes.
And this is music related, and fuck, man, we got to get to games, but I was reminded of a video that existed on YouTube, and it's like one of the saddest but most honest moment probably captured on YouTube, or captured in general and preserved on YouTube. You remember the songwriter Elliott Smith?
I do remember. What did he write?
He had a lot of albums, dude. He had he was real famous for a song called "Needle in the Hay."
Mm-hmm.
Needle in the hay. I can't fucking even come close to it. But anyways, you guys get the point. He was like tragic. He tragically died. And I think that they maybe didn't rule out a suicide, but I believe he was like stabbed to death or something. Like he maybe had stabbed himself or so. I don't know. So I don't know much about his death, dude. But his songs. He's got this one song. I don't know. You guys don't know the melody if you've heard that before. Great songwriter. Younger, but there's a video of Elliott Smith. Apparently he had like the worst booking agent or publicist. I think he performed at one of the Oscars or Grammys or something at one point. But I don't want to say he was completely misunderstood, but the dude had a lot of like sadness in his music, right? And real soft songs, but just so intimate and pure sounding. And there's a YouTube video where he was booked to play at this TV show called Breakfast Time, and it's like one of these slapsticky things, and like the host is like clearly like, I don't want to say like typical jock kind of like center of attention. That was his job, right? To be not condescending, but very just try to get laughs, right? That was his job, to get laughs and on set. And then it was just a weird environment for Elliott Smith to be performing a song. And it wasn't even a stage. Like, he's just sitting on this couch on this TV show, and there's like a Muppet behind him, like a hand Muppet. And they're kind of like, this host is kind of ribbing him about like, the cover of his album looks like two people jumping off of a building or something. And he goes, well, I understand if your music's sad, that may not be like the best way to handle it. Don't you think, Elliot? You know, and he just kind of gives like a shrug, and he's just like, you can tell like he's wildly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then like the guy started asking him like some questions and stuff about his music and like what Kill Rock Stars is. And he's like, oh, that's a label that I'm on. And he goes, oh, seems kind of violent. Is your music violent? And he was like, it's angry. I wouldn't say I wish I owned that record label. You know, he's meek and mild, just kind of like well-mannered Elliott Smith. And these people are just kind of ribbing him. And the vibe is fun and boisterous and kind of, and then he goes into his song. And you can see on the people's face the immediate mood change on all of these people when he's playing this fucking song. The song's called Clementine. And it's like almost life altering for some of the people on set. You can just see that they've never heard anything so honest or so like pure from a dude with just a guitar. And it was like this really crazy moment that's captured. It's Breakfast Time, and it just look up Elliott Smith Breakfast Time. One of the greatest videos, I would say. I've seen it before, but I was reminded of it. And you should watch it with audio. It absolutely, and I would even say like his performance, although it was like really pure, wasn't like the best performance of the song, but that's just kind of how he sounded. You know, he's a little pitchy, but just really innocent. And man, what a great performance to have been captured. There's other performances of his online, obviously, but unfortunately he died. A lot of people pulled inspiration from this dude. If you're looking for something really pure, but also like awkward to watch, like to be in the room to watch, like to actually be in that room would be really uncomfortable, but to like watch it looking back, to realize like what a treasure that dude was and how he could touch people with just a guitar, you know what I mean? And get through to people, like his voice and stuff is really incredible. People are like, they don't know what to do with their hands. They're just like, this is something, you know? So, but anyways, I'll bring that up because I think it's a recommendation from me, but we can get into games we're playing, Jake. What are you playing?
So I'm just playing Combat Evolved still. I'm like at the very end of it. I haven't had a ton of time to play over the last week or so, but it's still really good. I still really like it. I had to back it, like I mentioned last week, I had to back it back down to normal because heroic is just way too fucking hard for me. I don't know, like, because I don't want to do it. You could do these difficulty modifiers where you like crank up your health and all this shit, but it's like, am I even playing heroic anymore if I crank my health all the way up and the enemy damage all the way down and stuff? It's like, what's the point? Other than maybe getting a trophy, right? So I just backed it back to normal, and it's way more my speed challenge level and everything, because it's still like, you know, has some challenge to it, but there's a big challenge jump between normal and heroic, at least for me. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm right at the end. I highly recommend the game. I mean, it's a classic, especially if you've never played Halo before. For $50, it's totally worth checking it out. But it's not a super long game. So if you're one of these people that doesn't want to spend $50 on a campaign, if you don't have any interest in the replay and all this kind of stuff and the co-op, and you don't want to spend $50 on a game that's only 8 to 10 hours, then maybe wait till it's on a sale or something. But I do think that it's a wonderful experience. And then, but that's pretty much it for me. I watched a movie on Friday because Sarah was hanging out with Seth. So I just like turned up. There's this TV. So I have a Samsung TV, and Samsung smart TVs have like their own like built-in streaming TV service. And they have this channel called like Samsung TV Network or something. And it's like really cool shit. I don't understand it. Yeah. Obviously there's commercials and stuff, but it's like they like, it's almost like the channel was made for me, and I don't know why that is. But like it has all of the fucking Moto America like motorcycle racing on it. And then it has like these documentaries about motorcycles, and then it has these really cool fucking movies on it, and it has like all this random shit. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like a channel that came with my fucking television. But anyway, there was a movie on Friday called The Marksman. Have you heard of this movie with Liam Neeson?
Yeah, I have. I have heard of this. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I watched it, and I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a good movie, but I enjoyed it. It's about, so the whole story is that like Liam Neeson is this character, ex-Marine, lives like on a ranch on the border of Mexico and Texas. And a woman and her son are escaping Mexico from the cartels and trying to get to Chicago. And circumstance makes it so that Liam Neeson has to help them, even though he's this like old crotchety guy who's like just trying not to lose his ranch. And I don't know. It's like one of these movies where like I'm like watching, I'm like, this isn't like a particularly great movie, but I'm enjoying myself. But that might just partially be because I don't watch movies. So when I do watch one, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of enjoying this. But anyway, that's all I got. How about you? Are you still playing Ghost of Yotei, I assume?
Yeah, dude, I've got a couple quick comments about this. This game's got its hooks in me now. At first, I kind of said it. I felt it was a little more jank. And then I thought initially I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima better.
Dude, it's...
After getting through with this battle with the Oni, that was awesome, dude.
It's so good.
It was so cool.
So good.
But what's funny is there are a couple things about it that I love the fast travel. I love the fast travel. You can get through shit so much faster by just doing fast travel. But one of the things that I find actually hilarious, and I think it's a nod to Japanese culture, or like, I don't know, like I guess like the old samurai movies. It's just like you'll battle like these guys. Like this is a minor spoiler. This guy's like mastered the flute or something, and like in order to stay good at it, he has to keep killing people or something, or defend people from taking from him. And you have to spoiler. Yeah. You have to play a song to get into the area, and it doesn't directly tell you have to do that. And you get into this area, and he's just like fucking sitting in a pond, like just playing his flute. And I'm just like, what the fuck does this guy do in his spare time? Like, I'm thinking like this guy's just waiting for this moment or to be challenged. Like there's so many guys in this game that are just waiting at the dueling tree to be challenged by somebody.
Dude, I love
it being the best.
It's so fucking samurai. It's awesome. Like I love these like the missions you're talking about specifically, like the side quests where you get the special armors. Like, those are some of the coolest missions in the game, because even though, like, they don't really mean anything for the context of the story, it's like, they're just really memorable. And then you get, like, this cool fucking armor, especially when you upgrade them all and you can, like, customize them and shit. Like, did you do the... I don't remember when... I kind of forget when things happen, but did you do, like, the Spider Lily armor yet? That quest?
Yeah.
That one's wild, too.
It is wild. And I'll tell you what, like, I was, like, really into that quest. Because he was called the something of the Spider Lily. Or something. The Spider Lily... the Ghost of the Spider Lily? Or the Spider Lily...
It's like a horror mission. It's awesome.
Samurai or something? Yeah, but, like, what was the name? Like, the Spider Lily blank. But I just kept saying it as I was playing it. I was like, I'm coming to get you, the Spider Lily, blah, blah, blah. And I just kept saying it. I was like trying to hunt him down.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. And Yeah, man. So the other thing about this game that I thought was interesting is how honorable those fights are. Like as you're beating these people and you get into these little like shoving matches with the swords, they'll be like, "Oh, your skill is much better than I thought it would be." And then like at one point that guy who played the flute, he goes, "You wield a sword as well as you wield your whatever the thing is that's like your guitar, you know?" And they're just complimenting you as you're kicking their ass. And it's so funny to me. You're just like kicking the shit out of them. That is like that was very impressive of you to do that. You know, I can't believe you're still alive. And you know, I finally have met an opponent who's worthy of my blade, you know, and all this shit. And it's so funny. And it's just so interesting that culture and the samurai stuff is just all noble and all honor and all respect, even for your enemy. And it's just like there is something kind of lost in the present with any of that shit. Like there just isn't that shit anymore. And I don't know how much of that is make believe or fairy tale or just kind of maybe exponentially has grown through the media of like samurai movies or Japanese culture or whatever. I don't know how much of it is based in reality, but I think there must be because I believe like samurais would kill themselves. They would die in their own blade.
Commit seppuku. Yeah, wrong. That's what they called
it. Yeah, like they were just very honorable people. Kind of wild to think that, but playing the game is really cool in that aspect. And I love, like I said, I love the fast travel. I kind of have done, the way I'm playing it now is I get into like the little area and I'll find everything I can find and do everything else before initiating like the main quest line in that area. So
that's what I did.
That's kind of how I've learned now how to do it. And I was worried, I sent you and LJ a text. The Oni mission, who's one of the Yote 6 that you're out to kill, I'm just like, man, this is so magnificent in its story arc and everything that's happening. I was like, there's no way that this isn't going to take me right to the end of the game. So I wrote you guys, I'm like, am I good to go through with this? Because you run into this bad guy a couple different times. And when you finally get to him, you're like, am I going to like fucking get to a point where I can't return? Like, am I going to fuck something up? And you were like, no, dude, it's like this for all the guys. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm in for a ride. Like, I'm excited, man.
So are you going after the Kitsune now? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're the snow area?
No, I'm not there. No, I'm in the plains, so maybe the spider and the wolf, maybe.
So are you going to do that that mission where it's in like the plains area between like the first area and the snow area? There's like that little area between them, and that's where like that fort is that the main bad guy is at, and you have to like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but
I don't even know really. I mean, I have been doing so many side quests that I'm not even really sure where I'm at with killing the Yote 6. I just know that I killed the Oni and I've killed the snake, and that's it. But I've had some cutscenes about the spider and the wolf coming back.
Yeah.
And talking to the main guy. There was a cutscene like that. So I think they're now on the platter for me to take out. And there must be some other ones because that's only 4.
So you have not done the snow area yet?
No.
Okay. So I don't remember when things pop up, but there's the snake and the Oni. There's like the intermediate area between the area where you start and where the Kitsune is at, the snow area. It's like a plains kind of area, and there's like a mission there with maybe it's like one of the sons.
I think that might be where I'm at.
Yeah, where it's like a fort that you have to kind of try and get into. And then because it's okay. Dude, it's like when
wolf
you like
shit's cool too.
Yeah, dude,
you get enough wolf stuff.
It's awesome. And when you get like you level up your relationship with the wolf or whatever, you talking about playing this game makes me want to play it again. I loved that game so much. I thought it was so really good. So good. But yeah, do you have anything else you want to say about it?
No, I think it's dope. I'm not going back on some of the jank stuff that I talked about, but it's maybe not as a deal. It's definitely not a deal breaker, but it was something that was standing out to me, and I just hadn't got my claws into the meat of the game at that point, and I was just like, I don't know.
But when you say jank, like, to be clear to the audience, like, when you say jank, you're not really saying like, oh, this is jank, like fucking AA, like shitty animation
here's what I'm
jank.
talking about.
You're saying it's just not up to like the Last of Us level fucking animations and shit like that. It's still very AAA,
this, dude. Like, so you can unlock masks and stuff in the game, right? So if I have a mask on and I'm walking up to a campfire and there's an enemy there, it cuts to a cutscene and I start talking to him, but I don't have a mask on now.
Yeah.
In that cutscene, like it's like, and when I jump and I hit the end, I already talked about this last episode. I jump and I get to the edge of a cliff. Instead of putting my feet down, my feet stay tucked up under my body and I slide down onto my knees and then I stand back up or whatever. It's like weird shit like that. Definitely not jank in the traditional sense, but just some loose, some things that could have been hemmed up a little better maybe in the game. You know what I mean? Like just little things. Yeah. I don't know how they could. I mean, maybe clearly those cinematics are actual cinematics. They're not in game. They can't be, because if they were, you'd keep the mask on unless they have some sort of code to remove the mask. But I have my person decked out to look a certain way and I want to look badass. And then I get into these conversations with people and then I don't have the mask on. I just look a little lame. But maybe they're doing it like that because the voice would sound different if you had a mask on. I don't know. I don't know what the reason behind that is.
So I want to ask you, as of right now, what armor are you wearing?
I had a samurai armor on, and I really liked that. And then I had this bow armor on. But right now, I just unlocked...
You don't remember the name of it?
No. I just unlocked like this bounty hunter armor, which is... it just looks like you're a straight ninja or something. I beat that guy...
Yeah, that's one of the special quests, right?
That you let go at one point, and then you have to fight him again later.
Oh, yeah. You have to, like... is that the one where you have to do, like... You beat him, and then he gets away, and then you end up, like, doing a mission together? Is that the guy that I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I might have done a mission with him, but then I had to fight him. And he was just trying to become a samurai. I wanted to prove to himself that he was awesome. He had like your traditional.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. He's the one that's like trying to prove himself that he's a samurai or whatever. And he's like,
he's actually really hard to beat. That last battle, he was hard. It's hard to fight. But I got him. Then I got the bounty hunter master armor or something, which just looks like a bunch of like table claws wrapped around you.
Yeah, and all the armors, like once you get them, you get to level them up or whatever. I think I used I don't know if you got the Armor of the Undying, which is it's like the storyline.
Oh yeah,
it's the all white armor. It's like the storyline where it's like
the Undying Samurai.
The Undying Samurai, yeah. That armor's fucking awesome. The Spider Lily armor is fucking awesome. I used that for a while. Like, just in terms of the way that they look. Obviously, they look cool. The Armor of the Undying is awesome because it has, like, really good, I think, health buffs and stuff. But, yeah, it's, that game does something really special just in terms of visuals that not a lot of games do, even at the highest level, just in terms of like not only like the environments and all the shit that like, like the leaves and petals that are floating around and the awesome sunsets and the artifacts, the colors and all this stuff, but even just like the armor stuff that you get, or even like how God, what the hell is her name? It's like Atsu. She has that fucking she has that scarf that she wears around her waist with all the names of the Yote 6. That's and how she like wipes their blood across their name every time she kills one. Like, it's so, there's so many cool fucking visual like elements to this game that I highly recommend just literally
one of the coolest
play.
Things is like when it pans out and you're having a standoff against one of the better bosses. And it just shows the blade, and it pulls out a little bit. It's like,
yeah,
and then like that's such a cool.
It's very
like, that pause,
very samurai. Yeah,
yeah, it's so cinematic. It's so tension building. What a great game. Yeah.
So good.
We'll leave it there. There's not a whole lot of news to talk about, Jake. You want me to go through this? You want
Yeah,
to
go
start
for it,
off?
buddy.
Wolverine's around the bend. Real quick news point is they have limited edition consoles now with the Wolverine. And controllers announced, and the pre-orders for that are going to be live August 19th. I will say the claw mark on the side of the console is really cool.
I don't like his face on it. Like, if it didn't have his face, it would be perfect. It's so cool other than that.
People complain that Wolverine himself is like on the side of the plates of the PlayStation 5, but dude, I kind of dig the claw thing. I think it
looks
done
rad.
very, very tastefully. There's not like blood dripping from it or anything like that, but it's cool looking. Anything else on that, Jake?
No, I'm in the same boat as you. I think that the visual component, it's all visual component. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but like the color scheme and the design and everything, I think is awesome. If they had just left Wolverine's face off of that side panel, it would be like, if not an S tier, at least like an A tier alternate PlayStation design for the PS5. Yeah, I think it's really cool. And I'm not a yellow guy, but I think it is really cool.
Well, it kind of has the black and cold Pittsburgh Pirates, Steelers, Pittsburgh colors a little bit to it too. So it would be kind of cool without the Wolverine on there. But next news point, very disappointed to hear this. You guys know I'm a big Supermassive fan. They did the Dark Pictures Anthology, most recently Directive 8020. They are now facing up to 75 layoffs in order to keep afloat. This is now the third time that they've laid staff off since 2024. If they do not catch a break, they are going to probably tank, is my honest assessment.
Did they release?
They released a statement.
I was gonna say, we can go through that in a second, but I was just curious. Do you know if they released Little Nightmares 3? Did it come out yet?
Yeah, it came out. It's on my wish list, but I didn't see a whole lot about it, unfortunately. Of a bummer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their statement, if I can find it, I had it and now I can't find it. Let me see if I've got it verbatim anywhere. I gotta find it because I don't want to here it is. It says, we've made the difficult decision to begin a redundancy consultation process, which we anticipate will result in the loss of up to 75 of our colleagues. This is a necessary step to help ensure the sustainability of the company. We know it'll be an incredibly difficult time for everyone, and our priority throughout the process will be to provide support to all those impacted. First comment, how can you even trust applying for and working in a AAA studio post-2022 when the expectation is to be laid off?
Dude, I don't.
Do you do it all again? Do you do it all again when you get laid off? Do you go to another one? Where do you go? I have a friend who's in a similar situation right now, which sucks.
I'll be honest. I'm not. My temperament is not built for
stuff like
that,
that.
for that type of employment. To have to worry about like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get fucking laid off, and then I'm gonna try and go over here, and then maybe I have to relocate, or
I need stability,
do whatever. Like, I want a job that I know that at least it's gonna do me for a handful of years, just to kind of get myself, like, I know I can put down roots and maybe buy a house or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's
hard, man.
It's pretty shitty for them. I feel bad for those guys.
For the employees, right? And to be honest, dude, it's not probably, it honestly probably isn't easy for the management of these companies also to do this. Like, I think everybody is involved in this
Sarah, you can let her out if you want.
Any kind of stability, you know.
Yeah, I the thing that sucks is that like they do make pretty decent games. I mean, obviously everyone's hung
They don't
up on
suck, dude.
Everyone's hung up
they're a fun
on
studio.
everyone's hung up on Until Dawn, right? But like I don't know, man. I think they're probably more of a victim of the environment, the gaming landscape than they are of whether or not their games are good. And so I have heard that 80/20 was a little bit slow to start and people kind of were a little bit kind of meh on some of the moment-to-moment gameplay of that. But that, you know, that doesn't mean that it isn't like shoot. Can you go ahead and talk, Fred? I don't know that it's recording my voice.
Hello. Ever?
No, it was recording it earlier, but
oh no.
Now it's like, dude, OBS, dude, I fucking hate OBS. So
you got louder when you asked Sarah to let the dog out, so maybe something happened there.
So what I did was I muted my voice, okay? And then I unmuted it, and now like it's not coming through, and you are coming through the channel that I was previously coming through on. So I have no fucking idea how this is going to sound when we're done with this. Because now
Am I
think
still coming through?
Yeah, you're coming through now.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell that's about, but I think that like currently I'm being recorded by my webcam. I don't think I'm being recorded by my fucking microphone, which is
I
stupid
can hear you
annoying.
through the microphone perfectly.
I know you can because that's through Discord, but I don't know. Let's
There's only 2 more news points.
Yeah. So, wait, this is going to get really weird sounding. I apologize, people. I fucking hate OBS, man. It scrolled down.
I have to piss so bad. Just keep talking.
All right. I'm here. I've got it all sorted out. I apologize. What happened is that there's an audio mixer in OBS, and it has like all the available audio channels, and for some reason it scrolled down, and I thought that I wasn't being recorded when in fact Fred's channel just moved to the top because I had scrolled down. And so when I would talk, it wouldn't come up. It would come up when he talked because I didn't name them properly. And so there's probably maybe a minute there where you got double audio of me. And I apologize for that. But anywho, we're, I guess, next going to talk about some Steam Deck stuff, but we'll wait for Fred to get back on that. This Supermassive thing is a little bit of a bummer. I really have only played Until Dawn of theirs, and I really did enjoy that game, but I don't know that I just haven't, I'm so burnt out on that type of game that I haven't had the desire to go back and play any of these other games like Directive 8020 or the Dark Pictures shit or anything, or The Quarry or any of that stuff. So I'm not really sure what to say. I just think that it sucks because Supermassive is, I think that they are, I would say if we're not including Dispatch, I would say that Supermassive is probably the best at making these types of games right now. Okay, so Dispatch is a little bit in its own kind of thing where it has like a mini game. It doesn't have the like the walking around adventure kind of aspect to it. But if you were to consider them both like narrative games, I would give the nod to Dispatch because I think it's a superior game to most of what Supermassive has done. But if you don't include Dispatch and you're talking about the traditional narrative video game where you're walking around, Walking Dead, Telltale style game, Supermassive, I think, is probably the best on the market right now. So is this an indication of how good of games they make? Probably less so that than an indication of the market, unfortunately.
Yeah. Very good. News point number 3 of 4. Steam Deck owners can now turn their handheld into a sort of PS Portal thanks to a new app called Asobi. It supports PS Plus Premium Cloud Streaming, letting you play games from the PS Plus catalog without needing your PS5. Although your full PS5 library isn't supported yet, it's still in testing, but honestly, it could be a pretty cool option for anyone who already owns a Steam Deck.
So
do you have a Steam Deck?
I do have a Steam Deck, and I really like it. I'm not a handheld gamer, but it's perfect for like going to hotels and shit. And like on work trips and stuff, or like if I'm out of town for some reason, I just take my Steam Deck and I've got games on it. Like I mentioned Gravity Circuit, I'm playing that on my Steam Deck. It's perfect for that type of game. It'll even play like Final Fantasy VII Remake and all this stuff. I do have there's an app, I don't remember what it is, but it allows you to do remote play on your console, kind of like the remote play that the Portal does. And it is unbelievably good. Like shockingly low latency at home. I can play stuff remote play, but it doesn't have the streaming component. Not that I have PS Plus Premium, I can't really do the streaming stuff anyway, but it's cool that they have an app like this that exists for people who do take advantage of that feature. If you already have a Steam Deck, why buy a Portal if you've got this capability? So I will admit the Steam or the Portal probably has better ergonomics. It's more PlayStation-y. But if you don't really care so much about that and you're fine with the ergonomics of the deck, you're going to be in like Flynn, I think, to use a timely reference there on this if you like the streaming. So pretty cool.
Ooh. Cool. Very cool, man. Yeah, I love to hear that, actually. I just kind of... This is not even related to what we're talking about, so maybe oh, there it is. Found it. Anyways, I kind of feel like this next news point is the one that could possibly have the most conversation about. So we'll just jump right to it. People have opinions about it. I really don't think I have much to say about it, to be honest, but I think this is probably the big news point. Grand Theft Auto 6, everybody is getting a big look on August 27th. Rockstar has come out and announced that they are offering an extended preview that will premiere on Netflix at 3 p.m. Everyone else will be able to watch this extended preview on YouTube just 6 hours later. So Netflix subscribers will get a first look at this game. And if they're calling it an extended preview, I would imagine that we're going to get a lot, because if I'm being really freaking honest, man, we haven't even really gotten a preview of this game. We have not seen any gameplay yet, as far as I know.
Well,
so
anything that we would be satisfied with this gameplay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I just, dude, it's just, yeah, sorry. I just get this off my chest and I'll let you run with it. But I just don't understand. Like, is this going to be like a documentary kind of thing?
No, I don't. Well, maybe. I don't know. It might be. My guess is that... Could
this be something ridiculous?
I think this is just freaking Rockstar just collecting money. From
Netflix. Yeah,
because, I mean... What's the point? Dude, I'll just wait 6 hours and watch it on YouTube. Who fucking cares? Yeah. I'm not resubscribing to Netflix just so I can watch
it on their
this.
phone and play it live somewhere.
It'll probably be on Twitter or something in like literally 2 seconds after... Sorry, X. 2 seconds after they finish on Netflix or whatever. So will they get people? Certain people are going to get got. The people that are doing content about it, the people that are doing content about it and everything, you know, if you already have Netflix, great. I'd watch it at 3 o'clock or whatever. Although it's like during the fucking workday, isn't it? Or is it not on a workday?
I don't know what the 27th is.
August 27th? I think is a fucking like Wednesday or some shit. Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, so you're going to be at work on Netflix watching
I won't
this.
be able to watch it till about 5:30 because I'm not going to be able to watch it at work. So, which means I'm actually only getting it 2.5 or 3.5 hours early.
This is so stupid. I really would love to know what Netflix paid Rockstar for this privilege. Because
here's my tie-in. Is there a possibility that Rockstar has some sort of storyline or some sort of I don't even know what you would call it, some congruence with Netflix with GTA 6? Is there somehow, because Netflix games is a thing now, and I played that really cool little mini horror game on there, and there's a putt-putt game on there now that's really fucking cool. Really easy to log in with your phone, boom. Is Netflix maybe going to house some sort of app for GTA 6 that you can use while playing the game or something? Is there going to be some sort of weird the cross compatibility thing, and this is why it's going to be on Netflix? That's another thought. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they did some sort of weird ass shit like that. I don't know.
it could be it could be cool if they do some cross media stuff. I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. They're already doing this shit where, like, if you don't buy the $100 version, you like are missing out on some content and stuff. And so, like, my guess is the base game is going to be so huge already that it's like, I'm not gonna care. I mean, maybe like maybe the extra content you get is going to be like the Dr. Dre missions or whatever. But like, you know, I don't know. Maybe they'll come out with something that's freaking rad that would make me want to spend that money.
The Dr. Dre missions, it would be cool because they did that on the GTA 5 or whatever. That was cool.
So I don't know, but I'm super excited for this game. I actually have GTA 5 installed on my PlayStation, but I don't know that I'm gonna play it. I've got to get through Combat Evolved, and then I'm probably gonna play Soros a little bit because my brother bought it and he said that I could play it if I log into his shit. So I might try that out, but
I'm surprised you haven't tried Soros yet.
I know. I really did love Returnal, so it's just one of those things that I just haven't been in the mood for that type of game. And then September is like balls to the wall with releases in October, and then what is it, November 15th or something is when GTA comes out. So like
it's gonna be out before you know it, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's exciting times.
Dude, can I just say again, and I think I brought this up on that podcast with the Power Chord Hour, this November in 2026 is undoubtedly going to be the best November of my life, maybe.
Why is
say that? Well, think about this. And let me pull up my calendar here. One Up by Land is playing West Side Bowl on the 6th with some friends we made called the Dead Ex-Boyfriends Club. They're pretty cool. I am going to see Small Brown Bike play the 20th anniversary of my favorite record of theirs called Dead Reckoning from front to end on November 11th. On November 18th, One Up by Land is playing a show with Hot Water Music. On November 15th, GTA 6 comes out. On November 20th, One Up by Land is going to be playing at the Government Center with some friends of ours called Night Marathons and Latecomer, and that's just one of the best record stores in Pittsburgh. And then I've got a solo show at Davenport, which is an awesome winery in Meadville on the 27th. And I'm just thinking, like, dude, November's going to be fucking jacked, full of good, positive shit for me. The only thing that's going to ruin it is a nuclear war.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't wait for November.
Remember.
Wake me up when October ends.
Fair enough, man. Yeah. November's gonna be pretty interesting. I gotta be honest with you. Good. I saw and we're like I guess now gonna transition sort of towards the end of the show, but I saw that the rec complex in Meadville has started putting the ice on. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I haven't even one time yet thought about hockey. And before I know it, I'm going to be back skating again. And it's like, and that's not an indictment to I love hockey. It's my favorite sport. I cannot wait to play again. But how fast things are going, that it just feels like there's no time. So, like you said, yeah, before you know it, GTA 6 will be out. It'll be gone. We'll have all the reviews. Everybody will have their opinions.
We'll know everything.
It'll be over, and we'll be talking about what the next thing
Naughty Dog
is.
game.
Either that, or early in the year, we're gonna get the last chapter of Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's gonna be a big deal, and obviously we got to get through Christmas and all that shit before then. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I wish that there was a way. Like, I honestly feel like, wouldn't it be awesome if every person had the ability once in their life, not to a point where it would affect other people, but for you personally, once in your life, or maybe once every 10 years, you had the ability to just say, like, hey, for 1 week is going to be 1 month. And it just allows you to just fucking slow down for 1 fucking month of your subjective time. Now, obviously, that would be literally impossible, but also there's a lot of problems with that, because it's like, if everybody else is fucking slow and you're moving mega slow, or everyone's normal speed and you're moving, I don't get the physics of it.
Well, dude, I had a theory. But I had a theory similar to what you're saying, and it's like, what if we work our whole lives, if you're part of the working class, with the hope of retiring and then having a good 10 years afterwards to do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? What if you signed some sort of contract with your employer that's like, you've got me till I die, but I get my retirement first. 10 years at my finished pension that you would be paying me, or my whatever bank account I would have at the time. And I get that now while I'm young and able. And then when I come back, you'll get me. I'll probably be 30, maybe 28, whatever. But you'll get me until I perish. And the company has to believe in itself well enough to offer that. Because if the company... Or maybe if they,
I would want that.
Away, like,
I mean, wouldn't you though? Like, wouldn't you want that shit though? Like, where you are, kind of now, like as a fully functional, like, self-aware adult. Like, I don't know that I would want to waste that as a 21-year-old. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
if I could get, I 100% agree with that. Like, if you could somehow, like, pick the 10 years or the 14 years or whatever they're willing to give, that's like part of your sign-on for, like, your company. Like, they're like, yeah, we've got this guy in the bullpen. He's going to be with us in like 8 more years. We know he's coming. He's living his best life now, but he's coming back. But like, if you died during that time, then you're good, right? And if you didn't die, then you're still good because you got a job, but at least you have your health and you have...
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't benefit the business.
It should work that way.
But I do agree with you. Like,
then you're set with them forever. Like, you're not allowed to leave, or like a penalty of death.
Yeah.
Like, you have to stay with them.
Well, I have thought about that in the past, where, like, it's kind of fucked that we live in a society where you have to spend your prime years grinding, so that whenever you're tired and wore out, you just fucking sit around. And we're getting way off topic here, but excuse me.
We still have the new games to talk about. Go ahead.
But like, I had an epiphany at my job years ago, where I had a coworker who was in his early 60s, and he had bad knees, and he was really struggling to get around, but he came to work every day, and he was a really hard worker, really great guy. And he always talked about how he didn't do this, he didn't do that, whatever. And so I've always been the type of person that people always will bust my balls about playing hockey and stuff. And it's like,
yeah, right.
You shouldn't be playing hockey. You're going to get hurt. I'm like, brother, I don't want to get to be where I'm 60 years old and I can't play hockey anymore. And I'll literally be like, I wish I had played fucking hockey when I was 35. I would be okay.
Right, exactly.
I would be okay with living 5 years less, knowing that I did what I wanted to do when I could do it. So, on that note, Fred, play us a riff.
Oh, I got nothing. This is that guitar.
Play us a riff.
Jimmy bought me a guitar. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, it was like he found it at a garage sale or some shit.
Oh, he got it from World of Music. It's a Harvey Benton guitar, and it's the same dude. Like back in the day, Monoprice had this guitar.
Yeah,
it was like made really, really well, and all you had to do was replace the pickups or the humbuckers, whatever, and the thing was set up awesome.
Yeah.
Cheap guitar. Troy bought one, and that's his go-to guitar now.
Is that gold top he plays?
Yeah. It's a mono price guitar, which is so funny. But this is the same guy that designed that guitar, started his own guitar company called Harvey Benton, and he made this thing, which is just a sick looking guitar. And
yeah,
Jim
it looks
bought
great.
This for he bought it for $150, and it screams, dude. It just needs new strings and a little bit of action work, and it's one of the coolest guitars. I mean, what a gift! What a nice gift of his.
Does it need pickups?
Jimmy's our drummer. It sounds pretty good, man. Compared to that Epiphone Les Paul that I put the Gibson humbuckers in, it sounds very similar.
Oh, really? So you don't need to really do too much to
the
it.
fretboard you can kind of feel.
So got any sharpness on the fret edges?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's just a finish with the cheap guitar, but it looks great. I mean, I only saw like a little bit of it when you held it up, but it looks awesome.
Dude, it's a dope guitar. It's got it's like black. I love the mahogany kind of like pick guard here thing.
But it's like a translucent black. Like it's like a soft black. It's not like
it's like a matte black or something. Yeah, dude. It looks like a. And then there's gloss black on the whatever you want to call it, like the volume knobs and shit.
Yeah.
And in the the tuners look awesome. The whatever you want to call them, machine heads or whatever.
And it's got that. It's got that like telly style kind of to it.
Dude,
so,
it looks fucking rad. It looks like a
with
badass
a tortoise shell
guitar.
pickguard. Yeah, that's great.
Fuck yeah, it's nice looking. And he was trying to inspire me because I've had a writer's block. And what a nice gift from Jim. Even though it was only like $150, dude, I'll take any guitar I can get my hands on. It's heavy too. It's not like it's got beef to it.
Did I tell you when Jim when we were practicing, like towards the end when we were practicing to play that show, Jimmy texted me.
Exactly.
He texted me like literally like, I wish we could write songs like this, and it was a YouTube video, and I thought it was a mistake. Because it was just like Jim has never one time texted me personally.
Yeah.
And he just sends me this message, and I'm like, I don't know, man. New guitar, new band. Just saying.
That's so funny. Yeah, dude, he's funny because like he'll send me shit. Like I'm not really into super pop punky shit, and he'll send me messages like he'll be like, dude, I know like this isn't your style, but just listen to the production quality. Just listen to that snare drum. Just listen to that guitar tone. Yeah. And he's all in, man. He's such a lover of punk rock and music, like such a positive force in the band. Yeah, anytime I need to pick me up, I go to Jim, dude. He's like, what the fuck, man? Just fucking you wrote 3 records already, just write another one. He's like, do it. He's like, you can fucking do it. So I don't know. He's the right guy for the drums. He's cool. Love him. And he's so inspiring because like he sent me a message. He goes, dude, I just listened to your interview with Anthony for the second time. He goes, 50 minutes flies by so quick. He goes, I had to re-listen to it. He goes, man, it's so good. And I'm like, thanks, man. Like, just such a nice guy,
Dude, it was so funny when had that one practice. And just like the last, like literally, if you put a gun to my head and said, what is the last thing you expect Jim Stone to be into? It's fucking paint and model train cars. He comes out and he's like, check this shit out. And it's like the fucking best paint job on a model train car I've ever seen before. And he's like, it sucks. Awesome. It sucks so bad. And I'm like, Jim, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he weathers these just real average looking paint, like these train cars for model trains. Forget what scale they are. They're the larger ones, but he weathers them and makes them look rusted and beat up and like hit by hail, and he puts graphics on them and shit, and they look so awesome. And he buys them from this local model shop, and then he just has his fun with them, and then he gives them back to them, and they sell them for a profit, and he gets a cut of it. And he's like, dude, my hobby pays for itself, and I just love doing this shit. It's so fun. He's always sending me pictures of progress pictures and stuff, and I can relate because I paint minis, dude. I get it. We're like two peas in a pod, he and I. Who would think that him would do that, though? Anyways, new games coming out. August 10th, The Three Kingdoms Rebirth. August 11th, Grounded 2, No More Room in Hell 2. August 12th, Akatori and Pro Jank Footy. August 13th, CloverPit, Defender of the Crown, The Legend Returns. Dusk Fade, Future Night, Hell Let Loose Vietnam, Madden NFL 27, Nightmare Delivery, Nightmare Shift, Panzer Knights Commands Edition, Skate Stir, Tower Dominion, and Wild Blue Skies. And August 14th, Grave Seasons. There you go.
I mean, obviously, Madden is the big one there. Hell Let Loose, Vietnam. I haven't played the original Hell Let Loose, but I think it was a pretty popular online game. So I don't know. Check those games out. If there's anything you like, I think a majority of people that are in the gaming space are probably waiting for September because there's a glut of high quality games coming out that month, and then obviously we're digging into October with Call of Duty and shit, and then November with Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. Anyway, Fred, end of the show.
Yeah.
Got anything else you want to say before we?
Dude, I got nothing except that I don't
want
to. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted.
I don't want to wait.
One last to be over.
That's right.
Yeah. The reason why we don't cover that song. Yeah, I got nothing else, dude. It's been good talking with you. I'm glad we got the episode in. We'll try to be back on our standard rotation next week. We'll try to get it recorded Monday. If you have any questions or anything you want to write into the podcast, you know where to find us on YouTube, youtube.com/PSisAwesome. You also write us PSisAwesome@gmail.com. It's been episode 432, titled Wolverine's Fancy Box. And that's what it's called. And I don't have a graphic for it yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. And we'll see what we can get away with here. We'll be back next week. Tune in. Make sure to subscribe on Patreon if you haven't. All that good shit. Send us pictures of your stickers. We don't want pictures of anything else. I promise. And Jake, any last words?
I apologize for the people that were looking for the YouTube video last week. I never mentioned this to you, Fred, but I just happened to notice on Thursday that I uploaded the fucking YouTube of our podcast, the video, to my personal YouTube page and not the PS This Is Awesome YouTube page. So I apologize that it was a day late, but it is what it is. This one, should I not make the same dumb fucking mistake again, should be good. So we should be all right. Sounds good, man.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks. I will tell you this, Jake. I have run out of image generations for our YouTube graphics, so I can't do this. I usually try to get one.
I'll make it.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm very curious to see what it comes up with the title of today's show.
Okay, so with that out of the way, that has been PS This Is Awesome episode 432. I've been Jake, that's been Fred, and we're out of here. So like Persona 5, Prince of Persia, and Psychonauts 2, PS.
This is awesome.